Welcome to Football Scientific. I am Aaron Sauter. I'm writer for footballanalysis1.com and also CFLNewsHub.com. Today, we're just going to go through our IFL betting guide for this weekend's playoff games. Boom. And cover some NFL news along the way that's happened recently. Just kind of keeping up with things. Not a huge news day in terms of football. We are definitely going to watch these CFL games and keep an eye on that stuff. The IFL playoffs start tomorrow. We're just going over the betting guide today. So this will be a pretty quick episode. It's been a full day of football already for me personally. Lots of coaching and football, scrimmages and stuff. So it's been a long day already. But definitely Football Scientific's here. We're going to go through this, the news and the IFL betting guide. Joining me is my co-host, Tyler the Tiger. Tyler the Tiger here. Wearing my Joe Burrow jersey. Fired up, ready to go. See Joe Burrow. Yeah, we're going to go tomorrow. Yep, we're going to go tomorrow and see Joe Burrow. That's true. Awesome. I'll wear my jersey and say, if he'll sign me, that'd be great. I'm ready to go see Joe Burrow. Yeah, we're going to Cincinnati. We'll see. It'll be pretty fun, Tyler. Anything else? Yeah, let's get this NFL news. And let's get the IFL betting guide in. Whoop, whoop. Let's break it down. Okay, let's break it down. Here we go. So first in the NFL, just a lot of people still conflicted about their contract negotiations. Lots of I want to be traded demands, but it's too late to be traded, really. I don't see any of this happening. You know, they're going to keep saying it, and then clickbait people are going to keep reporting it. That's what's happening right now. A lot of clickbait people. You don't see me writing about this stuff because they're not going to trade him. When are you going to trade him? You're going to trade him in the spring when you can get draft picks for him. You're not going to trade him right before the season starts. What options does a player have? To not play or what? To retire? Yeah, they're not going to do that. They're not in position to do that. So they want to get paid. To get paid, you got to show up and play. That's how it's going to be. Washington Commanders, Terry McLaurin, of course, he says, I requested a trade. Commanders will not be trading him. They're going to wait him out and let him play for his money. Miami Dolphins, the best thing you can do is show out this season and get paid in the spring. That's the best thing you can do, just like T. Higgins did. Miami Dolphins, they're placing cornerback Kader Kohou on the injured reserve list. Another cornerback in Miami injured. What are you doing, Miami? Why are you hurting all your cornerbacks? Jacksonville Jaguars, wide receiver Louis Rees-Zammit. Boom. Okay, big story came out today from the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons put in a big social media letter about how he wants to leave Dallas. He no longer wants to be in Dallas. He wants to be traded because when he had a private conversation with Jerry Jones is now saying that was probably a negotiation. That was probably a negotiation. That was his agent present. So they're trying to entrap him. He's not a big fan of that. So he says, I don't want to play for Dallas anymore. I want to be traded. They're not going to trade you, bro. First of all, you're 26 years old. You still have a year on your contract. They're not going to trade you. You've had 4 Pro Bowl seasons, 3 All-Pro seasons. He went through at 52.5 sacks. 9 forced fumbles, 4 fumbles. He's an impressive player. Dallas is not going to trade him this time of year. You get nothing in return for him. The only thing you can get is be 2 first-round draft picks and maybe a couple players. Who are you going to trade him to? You know who you trade him to? Cincinnati Bengals. Trade him to us. We'll trade you Trey Hendrickson. You can pay Trey Hendrickson. We'll pay Micah Parsons. That sounds like a good deal to me. And we'll keep him for the next 4 years. Boom. I'm down with that move. If I was GM of the Bengals, write this down. If I was GM, I would have traded Trey Hendrickson and Shamar Stewart. Boom. And maybe 2 first-round draft picks for Micah Parsons. We're bad at drafting anyway. Why not get rid of picks? Get rid of picks. Get rid of Shamar. Get rid of Trey Hendrickson. Get Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons will be a primetime player for us. We just got to pay him, which is going to be easy because he's only 26, and he has a huge upside, okay? So, do it. Now, instead, he's probably going to stay at Dallas. And wide receiver CeeDee Lamb basically just said, hey, man, just pay the man and quit with this crap. We're trying to focus on winning, okay? So that's it with Micah Parsons. He's saying he's out, but he's not really out. He doesn't have the power to go out. Okay, Cincinnati Bengals finally have come to a lease agreement officially with Hamilton County, Ohio. They will be at Paycor Stadium for the next 10 years with an option for 10 more years. So right now they're guaranteed to play in downtown Cincinnati for June 2036. But then their option is there till 2046. Okay, so they're probably going to be staying there for a while. Cleveland Browns quarterback Kenny Pickett returned to practice. Even though he has a hamstring injury, he's missed 3 days. He came back. It's not usually how fast their hamstring heals, but maybe he's just going to get over it. So he's the odd man out. He could be the odd man out, if he doesn't practice anymore. Could be out. Boom. Could be Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, and Joe Flacco. That was gross. I felt like I was going to puke. Dallas Cowboys signed offensive lineman Lyle Collins. He's back. They knew he went to Cincinnati. He's over the hill, man. They got injuries. They got a left tackle injured. So they're looking for anything they can to bring him, give themselves a chance. Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels reportedly kicked someone out of the huddle today for jumping off. Had a false start, and he said, "That's just not what we're doing. We're playing better than that." So Austin Eckler says that's some real leadership, yo. Boom. He probably said yo. Detroit Lions. Their fans are overreacting to their big loss to the LA Chargers last night. Here's the only thing it tells me. Your backups are horrible. You have no depth. So if you get injuries and stuff, you got no depth. Their starters didn't play at all. Now, LA Chargers starters didn't play at all. So you got housed by LA Chargers backups. But that means your backups just aren't very good. So they got to stay healthy. They got to do something different than what they're doing, and they got to stay healthy. Why are these players in the NFL getting injured? Poor training habits. Okay? LA Chargers, they're going to visit with wide receiver Keenan Allen finally, and maybe bring him back. Washington Commanders signed UFL DC Defenders wide receiver Braylon Sanders. Maybe putting a bit of pressure on Terry McLaurin. I doubt it. I've seen Braylon Sanders. I don't think he's going to beat out Terry McLaurin. You never know, though. Jacksonville Jaguars signed UFL. Arlington Renegades, offensive tackle Ricky Lee. Pittsburgh Steelers signed UFL. St. Louis Battlehawks, defensive tackle Kyler Ball. Mostly just for training camp filler, Denver Broncos, they signed San Antonio Brahmas edge rusher Garrett Nelson. And Cleveland Browns, they signed UFL Houston Roughnecks cornerback Keenan Isaac. Okay, so some UFL guys get a chance to play some preseason games, show what they got. Okay, before we get into the IFL betting guide for the first round of playoffs starting tomorrow, there's a few. We went through a bunch of transactions yesterday. Teams building up for the playoffs, but there's still a few more transactions. So, Arizona Rattlers, they moved to the short-term IR list wide receiver Johannes Tyler. They activated from the short-term IR list wide receiver Isaiah Houston. Quad City Steamrollers activated from the short-term IR list linebacker Alan Arslanian. He's definitely their best linebacker. And they moved to the short-term IR list Brian Lee. So they're trying to get this guy in there. Alan Arslanian is definitely their best defensive front player, for a D-line linebacker. He's an excellent player. Iowa Barnstormers defensive back. Jacoby Benjamin is suspended, but their Iowa Barnstormers are done. Who cares? Boom. All right. So here's the first round of playoffs in the IFL. Here's our IFL betting guide starting now. So first in the East playoffs, Saturday, August 2nd. That's tomorrow at 4:05 p.m. Eastern. We have the number 4 seed in the East, Jacksonville Sharks, with 10-6, going to the Quad City Steamrollers for 11-5. Honestly, these teams have played before. Jacksonville lost to them, but Jacksonville won big last week. Logic really is out the door here, okay? I've seen Jacksonville play really good against teams. I've seen Jacksonville play really bad against teams. I do know Daquan Neal is the best player on the field for both teams. But who's got the better running game? Jacksonville. Who's got the better defense? Jacksonville. So with that in mind, I went through all aspects, quarterback, Steamwheelers. Running back, Jacksonville. Wide receivers, probably Steamwheelers. Offensive line, Jacksonville. Powerful running game, okay? Defensive line, Jacksonville. Linebackers, Jacksonville. Defensive backs, Jacksonville. So I got Jacksonville winning this one in the upset. That's not surprising in the IFL playoffs. Anyone can beat anyone here. So I say Jacksonville goes to Quad City and beats the Steamwheelers 45-44. And an amazingly fun shootout. That'd be pretty cool. Okay. DraftKings says it's too close to call. It says it's too close to call. If I was going to bet on this, I'd take Jacksonville Sharks on the money line and over under 84.5. But that would be a risky bet. The over's the non-risky part. I would go over. They're going to go over for sure. But they didn't even put a line on it. They're so unsure who's going to win that game. I say Jacksonville wins. Boom. Boom. Next in the East, Sunday, August 3rd, 4:05 p.m. with number 3 seed Tulsa Oilers, who are 10-6. Traveling to number 2 seed Green Bay Blizzard, who's 10-6. Once again, crazy close game. Last time Tulsa played in Green Bay, it went to overtime. And Green Bay won, but that was TJ Edwards at quarterback. Sam Castronova's there now. I think it's going to be a really explosive game. Lots of scoring, up and down the field. Pretty exciting game to watch. I say Green Bay, tough to beat at home. And they beat Tulsa last time they were there. It might go to overtime, but I got Green Bay winning this game 55-51 with 106 total points being scored. DraftKings agrees with me. They have the Green Bay Blizzard as a 6.5-point favorite. Now, I don't know if they're going to win by 6.5, but I do think they're going to win. So I got them with the money line on my bet on there, my money line. Okay. It's also Oilers 6.5-point underdogs. They got 88.5 as the over-under. It's definitely going over. Both offenses are explosive. It's definitely going over. So if you wanted a safe bet on that, you would pick the over. Okay. All right. In the West, Sunday, August 3rd, 8:05 p.m. Number 4, Vegas Nighthawks were 10-6. The most popular record of any team in the playoffs. Everyone other than top 2 seeds are 10-6. That's crazy. Vegas Nighthawks 10-6 at Bay Area Panthers who are 13-3. Honestly, the last time I think Vegas went there, they beat Bay Area. But Bay Area is definitely the most talented team. Does it mean they're going to win? Not necessarily. In the IFL, talent doesn't always win because it takes breaks. If you throw too many interceptions, you fumble the ball, you miss a kick, could be the game. Okay, but I think right now Bay Area is on a mission. Vegas Nighthawks are going to come in and do their best, but they're too one-dimensional. Basically, you shut down the quarterback run game, and they're going to throw interceptions from there. Bay Area is capable of doing that. Not everyone's capable of doing that, but Bay Area is capable of doing that at 13-3. I have Bay Area defending their home turf 52-47, 99 total points being scored. DraftKings agrees with me. They say Bay Area is a 4.5-point favorite. I got 5 points favorite. It's almost the exact same number. That's pretty crazy. Money line. I'm going money line, Bay Area Panthers. And they say over-under is 85.5. I think it's going over. But you never know with these two teams. So the safer bet is Bay Area winning on the money line. Okay. Number 3, San Diego Strike Force at Arizona Rattlers. They played last week, but Arizona kind of wasn't into it because they knew they had to play it. The home game, they didn't want to get one injured. San Diego really wanted to win that game. They're both 10-6. Honestly, this could go either way. It feels like the Rattlers have been sandbagging the second half of the season, trying to make sure they're fresh and ready to explode to the playoffs. So with that in mind, I think Arizona will win this game. I think it will be a battle. San Diego has the confidence to win this game. I also think they don't have the motivation. Arizona wants to go back and win a second IFL National Championship. They are right to be knocked off, though, because they did lose last week to San Diego, if that means anything. Okay? So Monday, August 4th, 10:05 p.m., nice late game on a Monday. San Diego 10-6 going to Arizona Rattlers 10-6. 3 versus 2 in the West. I say Rattlers are the better offense. I say San Diego might have the better defense. Special teams wise, Arizona wins there. So I got Arizona winning this game at home, 45-42, setting up a huge Arizona Rattlers Bay Area Panthers rematch. So that'd be crazy. Boom. So I got Arizona winning 45-42 at home, 87 total points being scored. DraftKings agrees with me almost exactly. And I made my predictions way before DraftKings. Okay. So DraftKings, they favor Arizona Rattlers at 2.5 points. I'm going money line with the Rattlers. At home, I see no way the Rattlers are going to lose to San Diego, man. Over-under is 85.5. I guess it's going slightly over with 87 points, okay? I definitely think the Rattlers are going to win the game. I don't think it's going to be within 2.5 points. I think it's going to be 3 points, which is pretty close. All right, so I don't know if we'll have a show tomorrow. Really, we got everything caught up until we get back from Cincinnati on Sunday. So we're going to check out some practices and then try to meet Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow! I got his jersey! Whoop whoop! Yep, so we're going to try to have Tyler meet Joe Burrow and get a signature on his body. A body signature. Yay! I want a body signature from Joe Burrow. Whoop whoop! Okay, so that's the episode today. I'm going to work on some football stuff before I go to bed. So, good night. Remember, if you want some NFL news, go to footballanalysis1.com. We're kind of loading up for the season here. And CFL News Hub. I finished my pregame article, adding depth charts today for the Hamilton Ticats Edmonton Elks game tomorrow. So check that out on CFLNewsHub.com. And then also like the video, boop, and subscribe to the channel. Boop, you can get all our predictions and breakdowns. It'll be pretty good times, okay? Especially since we're getting NFL season, this is the big time to do some things. IFL playoffs are pretty fun, so it makes me a crazy time, okay? So thanks for joining us, and that is the end of the Football Scientific Portal. Good night.